to KTV's Keeping Tabs on the Sabbs. So the first guest we have on for today is, of course, Nina Memi, our VP for Sport. So, Nina, how are you doing?
Good, thanks. How are you?
So it's been 9 weeks into term of office. How's it been going so far for you?
Yeah, pretty well. A bit intense at times, you can imagine, but yeah.
I can only can. Well, it feels like not that long ago since you were last in here with a huge group of people all vying for your position. I mean, how long ago does it feel for you?
Literally like yesterday. It's crazy. I can't believe the end of the first term is nearly up. But yeah, it's flown by. I think over the summer we go away to a lot of conferences and then get back into office and then suddenly everyone is here and it's crazy. Yeah, but it's going really well so far.
Awesome. Well, like I said, I have a few questions for you that have been sent in to us through, Google Forms, Twitter and stuff. And actually, speaking of Twitter, we have actually got our special social media specialist, Emily, over on the other side of the room. Emily, how are you doing?
Hello, I'm doing brilliant.
So, Emily, you're our kind of specialist for the day, which means when I need to, I'm going to call to you and hopefully you'll be getting some rather nice questions coming into you from Twitter. Is that right?
Yes, I've got plenty about. Most of them are from Anonymous, but it's all hashtag tab on the Sabb. Keep that going.
Absolutely, yes. We have to say, people have been quite shy with giving their names up on the internet. I don't know why. I've been reading them. They're not that mean. I say not that mean though, so get ready. I'm joking. They're nowhere near as bad as they were last March. So I'll kick it off with the first one, which is quite plainly, what do you think your kind of biggest achievement in the position has been so far this year?
Biggest achievement in my position so far is probably beginning to get more recognition from the university about the benefits of being involved in sport. I think it's always a long battle about is sport important to students and things like that, and I think having gone to lots of meetings and trying to lobby for things, they are suddenly turning around to the point that sport actually is really important to not only the student experience but to like health and well-being, to academic achievements, and that's been one of my biggest battles, and hopefully by the end of the year the university will start to recognise the benefits of sport.
Fantastic. Now I'm going to throw you with another one. It says, varsity is set to be bigger than ever this year, so what are you going to do to make sure the media coverage is better than last year? I promise I didn't send that in. No, I didn't send that in. I promise. I wouldn't want to kind of point it out, but go on. So what do you want to do?
In terms of varsity, it's always difficult, isn't it? Because a lot of our fixtures take place at external facilities, but ensuring that especially the matches that are played here at home, obviously with the great internet streaming, to get more coverage from like KTV. I know that this was a very busy period, but they did have massive wins, I think, for us last year, managing to cover a lot of it on media, but obviously keep it to the same Inquirer coverage and having like the double page spread in there and again across both CSR and all of the media. But looking to see what we can accommodate and what's possible without being unrealistic. But
fair enough.
It growing.
So one more. This one's a bit, well, it's one I'm quite curious to know. If you could be any famous sports person from, past, present, or anything like that, who would you be and why?
I think I'd have to go with someone current because obviously I'm in the present day. Maybe someone like Chris Robshaw, the current England rugby captain. Don't know why I've gone for the male team rather than the female, but yeah, I think it's great, and he has such a great perception in the public eye, and obviously he's a really great player. So someone around like that, I think.
Fantastic. Now, Emily, I'm going to throw over to you now. Have you got any questions for us?
I've got plenty. Well, we've got another one saying, what is the most important thing you've learned so far during your time as a Sabb?
The most important thing I've learned, probably that things take a lot of time and that they're not going to happen overnight, which is very frustrating, and that I have to reply to a lot of emails. I've learned that if you word things in the right way, then you can make a positive change, and I think it's about trying to cooperate as well as make change at the same time. But I suppose I've learned that skill, I think.
Fantastic.
Very well.
It's not all kind of campaigning and stuff. It's now diplomacy and emails.
Yeah,
I wouldn't want to kind of make you relive that pain. Have you got another one for us, Emily?
Well, I've got quite a funny one right here. I've got, can you do any animal impressions?
Is that strictly sport related?
This is serious stuff. This is
okay, fine. The people want to know.
I could do a cat impression, and my friends are gonna really laugh at me for doing this. But meow. That's my cat impression.
That was. I mean, I've just been told by the producer that was terrible. So there we go.
Who's producing this? Is it Tom?
It was Tom Turner. Yeah.
Might see him try.
Oh, okay. Well, we might get him on later to give it a go. So, if you were to be an animal, would that mean you'd be a cat?
Probably not. I don't know. They've got quite an easy life though, haven't they?
Fair enough.
I think I'd be something more adventurous than a cat though.
I mean, cats don't have to answer emails though.
No, they just sleep and eat all day, which is pretty cushy, isn't it, to be honest?
True, it's how I like to live.
Yeah.
Emily, have you got one more for us?
I've got quite a controversial one. I've got,
Ooh.
if you could change the rules... Oh wait, no, I've got a better one actually.
Oh.
I've got this one.
Go on.
What would you say to combat the idea that sport is all about drinking and lad culture?
I said it they would
That
be like
one's
last
better.
year. I've completely lied to you.
I know, I feel like
go
you
on,
should.
so go on. What would you do to combat the whole lad culture drinking thing?
I think lad culture is something like a big issue we always have in sport, to be honest. I think it's always pinned down to a very small minority of people that manage to tarnish a great reputation that sport has. I think this year, especially more so than ever, we've got like protocols, it sounds really boring, in place, like code of conducts and obviously our zero tolerance policies. But I think ultimately it's about using a bit of reverse psychology, is publishing loads of the good things that we do as sports clubs and trying to, I suppose, change the reputation around that way. But lad culture is always something that we're looking into, so abolishing, I don't want to use that word, but to change the reputation of, and to, as I say, really display the good things we do as sports clubs.
Yeah, kind of really put it forward that it's just a vocal minority. It's in no way the majority of sport.
Yeah, and often it's the case we don't actually know, can't say that it's not coming from sports. I don't want to see that I'm trying to avoid the situation, but we do so many good things as sports teams. It's trying to do, like, display those ideas, as I said.
Fair enough. Well, I feel like I'll leave the questions behind for now. So now is your time to use this fantastic studio as your platform. Nina, do you have anything you want to say to the people out there?
Anything I want to say? Please try and get involved with lots of the campaigns I'm doing this year. That's three things I'm focusing on. One around like a Free Wednesday campaign for all students to ensure that people can get involved with sports during the time here at university. I know I spoke a bit about recognition, but I talk about this a lot because I think that ultimately it's not until that the university recognise the benefits of being involved in sports clubs that they really won't do much to change what we already do. And I think around, as I say, the links to academic achievements, the links to just health and well-being, and just being able to do something outside of your course. And that is my real big push for this year, because until that happens and takes place, then we're still going to be stuck in the same situation where we're not on university agenda for sport. And yeah, just get involved and contact me about things, because unless people contact me and try and get involved, then I can't help out and I can't be that representative that I need to be.
Fair enough. There we go. Don't suffer in silence. So if we wanted to get in touch with you, who would we email?
Either myself, n.memi@kent.ac.uk, via Facebook, via the social media channels, through the Kent Union platforms, or I'm often out and about on a Wednesday. You'll see me in my bright red coat. And yeah, about doing lots of active campaigning with students. You probably see my cardboard cutout on random places on campus, but
your lovely cardboard cutout behind me.
There, lurking over the back of me. But yeah, just any way you can, even popping into the Student Activity Centre, often at my desk.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for your time, Nina. I know you have to
Thank
run off.
you.
You're a busy lady, so I shall leave you now. We're going to actually pass over to your colleague, Tom Curry. So thank you very much,
Thank
Nina.
you.
Thank you so much.